Okay, but that's another thing because again, Hollywood Fix specifically, you have shot me. I get home, the video's up.
Got to, man.
How do you do it that fast?
It just, I mean, well, there's not a lot of editing like yours. You're zooming in, you're adding effects and his Twitter name and his Instagram name and just plug the merchandise and links. And with mine, it's just more of here's the raw footage of what happened and getting the information out to the people as quickly as possible. It's stale. If you wait a day or two, it's going to be stale and they're going to go, Logan wore that yesterday. This is old. You're posting old content.
Or somebody else gets it. Like somebody else gets them later in the day. And then your shit's like not as valuable.
Yeah. Or it's on another website very quickly and you gotta be quick.
So how do you decide if you're gonna sell it to another source or if you're gonna upload on Hollywood Fix?
I upload almost 100% of the content that I get.
Oh, and they let you do that even if you're selling it to them. They let you.
Yes. Well, because I own the rights to it. I own the intellectual property and all that, and all that. So I own it. So I have the right to broadcast what I own.
But generally, when you sell it,
they're buying licensing rights. They don't own the actual property. Okay. They're just buying the right to license it, like on Inside Edition or something like that. Like I sold a video of Jake to Inside Edition right after he was on Daily Mail for like getting fired from Disney or something like that. And I asked him about it and he came outside and talked to me about it. And then it was on Inside Edition. So
I feel like that's clutch for you to have to have the digital platform and to be selling it. Like that's you're in like the perfect spot right now.
I'm working on it and it's it's an everyday thing, but it's
every day, bro.
Is it every day, bro?
I think it is. It literally is every day, bro, except for maybe like certain Sundays and Saturdays here or there. But yeah,
keep the Sabbath holy.
It is. Well, the thing is, man, you know how it is with the YouTube channel. It's like a boat with like holes drilled in the bottom of it. And you got to keep, you know what I'm saying? It's sinking. If you don't post new content, then people stop caring, so you have to stay relevant. You have to stay fresh, new, and bring new content every day, Who's
your favorite like YouTuber or celeb to talk to?
Definitely the host of Impaulsive. You should like and subscribe, and the links in the bio and the merch link and all that.
That's it. Fuck all the bullshit. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite person, bro?
I mean, like there's different times. I mean, like there's really different things. I mean, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like when I first saw him, I'll go walk into a Chipotle. He's standing on the table at Chipotle and like rapping and I'm like, what is this guy doing?
What?
Or like one time I went over to Banks and the Clout House or whatever. Yeah. And like he pulls out like a wad of cash and drops it on the ground. And then like these random strangers start walking in his house and Banks is like yelling at them to get out of his house. I mean, there's different moments or Jake, you know what I mean? Like having water fights in the front yard. I mean, there's different moments and there's highs and there's lows. There's good times and bad times. So it's like, but I mean, really just, just anything that's relevant and that viewers want to see. But it's, I really, there's a lot of people. It's not really just one in particular. If anything, I like to see a mixture of people, and the more people, the merrier. Like,
has there ever been anything that you've captured that you're just like, holy shit, I cannot believe I just got? Like, look at this one video. I'm not going to play it, but this one, Cristiano Ronaldo pushes a young fan.
Right.
Like when that happened, we were like, whoa.
Right. Yeah. That was crazy. And that was right when I'd first noticed he was there and there started to be a little bit of people gather. But after he was there for about another half an hour, the whole street was shut down. Sure. You know what I mean? Or like when Amber Rose started bawling, crying, saying like Kanye called her a hoe or Wiz called her a hoe or something like that. I didn't expect her to bawl, crying or whatever. But I mean, yeah, all those different things. Or like the porn star Mia Khalifa. I didn't know anything about her, like how she was going to react. And I mean, she ended up just running in the car and like slamming the door, but she was dying.
So you're saying we shouldn't have her as a guest?
Yeah, dude, she gets views, man. If you get her, you should schedule that.
We're working on it.
Mia Khalifa, if you're watching this.
Yeah, Mia Khalifa, you should come through.
Come on our show.
And she's actually really nice and really cool. Like every time that I've, ran into her, she was like really chill and knows a lot about sports.
So why not work for TMZ?
I've had that offer a few times, but it's like, it'd be like, I mean, I don't really want to say like, it'd be like, well, why don't you go work for another
NBC
YouTuber
or some show? Yeah.
Or just another YouTuber. You know what I mean? Hey, why do this when someone who is a bigger, or like, what was somebody that was around before you? Like, why don't you work for like FouseyTube and work for him?
I would drop everything right now and work for fuck it. I don't care.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a great guy, super cool, but it's like sometimes you just want to pave your own way and do your own thing in life, and you don't want to be under someone else's roof, or but they also have their own rules, and like I couldn't ask you about what I want to ask you about. I'd have to ask you about like Putin and Russia, and they want me to ask about all that.
He knows about that shit, by the way.
Right? But so that's why it's like you just want to do your own thing. So
I feel it. So how do you even get started on this path? Like what in your mind clicks that you say like I want to. I don't know how to say follow celebrities and videotape them.
Right. Well, that's not what I used to do. I used to have a different profession, and it kind of the first thing that kind of all started it was that Karuchi Tran used to live down the street from me, and so Chris Brown would be over there all the time, and he'd always have his Lamborghini parked in the front. And one day I'm driving by, and Chris Brown is like banging on her door and like screaming to like let him in or whatever. But I don't know if she's not there. I don't know if she's not letting him in, but so I just took a few pictures of that, and then like he sees me like, you know what I mean, because they're in some fight, and then then he like jumps in his Lamborghini and takes off. But she just used to live like in a small house just on the street in the neighborhood, and, just like a regular 1-story house, and it kind of sparked from there, and it just like after seeing like
you like the way it felt.
Well, how much money I made.
How much did you make from that?
That right there, I think the very first, I sold them for $1,000.
Okay.
So that was the first.
Total.
I think it was total, like maybe 3 photos. So that first sale was like $1,000 for basically me pulling out of my driveway and driving down the street and taking a few pictures and making an email.
But when that happens, is there a feeling like, holy shit, I just a Pokemon in the wild? Like, do you feel like you're hunting and you see?
But the thing is that living in West Hollywood, you see celebrities frequently. It's not a rare sighting, and then like low key, I would just kind of make a note to myself like, oh, I saw that person today, or I saw just different people in traffic, or different people that you run into, or like I was at Target checking out, and like Rebel Wilson's in front of me buying like cheesecake and stuff like that, yeah, like candy and stuff like that. So
why don't I see?
You do. We see people.
Not as much as it's not like, bro. I've never seen Chris Brown banging on a door.
But that's also because you didn't live next door to Karuchi or down the street from her, and you
instead decided to live in the forest.
No, bro. No. This neighborhood is riddled with celebrities. Encino's a nice spot to get away. But even like, dude, I've had celebrities or paparazzi parked outside my house.
I saw that. Yeah, I know the guy that did that.
Often
that got him running after. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Because you guys are much smarter than me. You don't think about I don't think about after I jog past his car, I don't know he's gonna follow me like down the street.
Right. And that's a different thing. That when you that's something I don't do. Now the whole thing with Jake and Team 10 was like, it was literally like a circus in front of his house every day. So that and then you just could not. I mean, you could roll by there at midnight and there's just a group of kids chanting it's every day, bro. You know what I mean? So that was a little different. But with your average normal celebrity, I don't like to wait at their house, and I don't like that. Well, plus also no one's in a good mood when you follow them from their house. And that goes into the like invasive thing is that I prefer more of like ran into you in public, or you're in a public street, you're in Rodeo Drive, or you're like on Melrose Place in West Hollywood, or at Fred Siegel, places like that are public, and where you're going out and people are going to see you.
Yeah. So it sounds like you've applied rules to yourself.
Right.
Are there general paparazzi like rules and guidelines?
No, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean,
it's just like, how bad do you want it?
Yeah, and then just how kind of just what's your moral compass or whatever. Like, I know a guy that climbed over Bella Thorne's fence in her backyard and got pictures of her in her
what the fuck,
like in her pool or whatever. And I'm like, and other guys are looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, other photographers are like, that's totally illegal. What the hell are you doing? So yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that, well, and also too as being a person just being a good person and that you want to be like respectable. You need to get the media that you want and do your job, but at the same point, respect people, because even if you are rich or famous, you're still a person that, you know what I'm saying, has, you know.